This is Brian, and welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Dragon Warrior. So yeah, we're up to level 7 now, and I think I need to get up to 800 experience to get up to level 8. And we do have 962 gold. My goal was to basically get up to about 1,000 gold. So we are going to fight a couple more battles here yet. Okay, I was hoping I would run into this guy, because I think this is the only other enemy that I had run into other than what we had seen previously. That doesn't necessarily mean that there aren't other enemies that I could encounter around here, but I didn't. So it took me about an hour to level up. Or farm for gold, I guess, is what was more important. But yeah, there were 6 experience. And gold, 14. Although, the amount of gold the enemies drop does vary a little bit. At these lower levels, it was usually within 2 or 3. Like sometimes an enemy would drop 9, sometimes they would drop 11. So, a little bit of variance. Yeah, Magidraki, those are the ones that I was fighting most often here. Yeah, we still have to watch out a little bit. And I did use Hurt quite often on a lot of these enemies. And that's what happens when your HP gets low. Everything turns a little bit red. Oh yeah, we also learned Sleep. So there is that. Alright, since we saw the Scorpion and we got a couple more fights in, let's head up towards Arenham, I think is what it was. So I can buy some upgrades. Which would also help me. Like, what I probably should have done is I probably should have saved up enough money and then went and bought the weapon upgrade. But I kind of wanted to save that and show it on screen. So, not optimal. So we're going to bypass the copper sword and we're going to go for the hand axe. We are also going to get a chainmail. I'm going to hold off on the half plate just because that's so expensive. Alright, for now, that's all I'm going to do here. We're actually going to head back to the first town now in the castle there. Because there was something I was going to buy there that this store didn't sell. Yeah, it should have a noticeable increase in my damage here too now, that axe. Yeah, so 15 in one hit there. I'd even be able to one-shot these guys with that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, a lot of encounters suddenly here. Also, once you get your levels up high enough and you go back to areas with weaker enemies, they will potentially run away from you. Just like that. So I guess that's one way to know if you're over-leveled for an area. One was the... Okay, yeah, there's the armor shop. I guess I wasn't paying enough attention going past there. Okay, I am gonna get the small shield, because I never bought that yet before. think anybody says anything new as you progress. Okay, we are going to go into the castle. And we'll record the game with the king. And there's one other thing I wanted to show. This is what I was doing to restore instead of going to an inn. If you come talk to this guy, he'll actually restore your MP for free. So just use the heal spell until your HP is full and restore your MP. Yeah, 206, so that would get me to 800. Alright, we're actually gonna head to the next town now. You can do things, I think, slightly out of order, but for the most part, you're gonna get punished by running into enemies that you probably can't handle. So now we're gonna head east from here. I think it's farther north. Yeah. I'm going for that bridge up there. And it's pretty much straight across, I think, a little bit down, and there's going to be another bridge going farther east. Well, it is a little bit farther down, I guess. Still just the regular Drakey here. There it is. I don't think there's really anything else you can do on this part. Back to the left there anyway. Now we're gonna go quite a ways north here. I think I need to stay left of these mountains. Unless you can just go around them either way, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, here we go. Didn't have too many encounters. This is the village of Cole. Cole, I think Cole probably. Dreadful is the southern island. Great strength and skill and wit only will bring you thee back from that place. Please save us from the minions of the Dragon Lord. Gollum is afraid of the music of the flute, so 'tis said. East of Hawksness, there is a town. It's said there was one where one may purchase weapons of extraordinary quality. What do you got here? Probably more stuff that's even more expensive. Okay, so as far as weapons, I still have everything that I could get. They have the half plate, which was sold back at Garenham, but now they also have a full plate. And they don't have the larger shield. So, yeah. In legends, it is said that fairies know how to put Gollum to sleep. This bath cures rheumatism. Did I search? Yeah, I don't know. Thought it'd be like a healing spring type of thing I could walk into, maybe, but not appeared to be that way. I think I already talked to everybody out here. Maybe not this guy. SLC Nestor? I think he may need help. Okay, well, no, we hadn't talked to that guy. And I don't need to use the inn. I guess since that door's locked, the only other way is to go over here. Pretty sure this is going to be poisoned. I'm going to take damage for walking on this. Yeah. Though thou art as brave as thy ancestor, hero, thou cannot defeat the great Dragon Lord with such weapons. Thou shouldst come here again. Yeah, that guy's locked in that room, it looks like. Art thou the descendant of Erdrick? Hast thou any proof? I got that tablet. Come on, buddy. Is he stuck there? Oh, no, he's not. Wonder if he's gonna let me through. Hast thou been to the southern island? We'll lie and say yes. I have heard that powerful enemies live there. Now let's see if he'll say the same thing. To the south, I believe, there is a town called Rimmildar. Welcome, we deal in tools. What can I do for you? So they have wings here. Honestly, I don't remember what all that stuff does. Maybe at some point somebody will tell something, or else maybe I'll look it up in between sessions, because I don't want to do a lot of trial and error type of stuff and waste time that way. Rimmildar is the place to buy keys. Okay, well, there's our clue for that. That's how we're going to get magic keys. I've seen these. Feels like about a dozen locked doors already. Yeah, you know what? I'll just come back into town. Pretty sure there's at least one other thing I can pick up here yet. And I think it's just hidden. I think it's just kind of hidden out somewhere in here, where you just have to kind of search and find it. Trying to remember if there's a tell for it. Hero discovers the fairy flute. Okay, yeah, I kind of had an idea of where it might be, or a few ideas, so found it. Got the fairy flute. Because, yeah, they had said something about music and fairies and Gollum. So, guess that means at some point we're going to be encountering Gollum. And honestly, for now, we're kind of at the point where I probably want to do a little bit more grinding up for money. I don't think we're going to have any different enemies that I was fighting in the other area, so... And I have better weapons and armor now. I guess for one thing, I'm just gonna go off the rest of the world map, kinda, as we go around here. Yeah, we couldn't go around the mountains there. There's that. Yeah, so now I'm gonna want to save up. Probably at least 1,000 gold. I think the large shield was 800. I'll probably try to save up for that and see how we do. Guess I can try sleep once and see how well that works. Now does attack wake it up? Yeah, it did. Or unless it just happened to wake up at that same time. And like in most of these kind of games, I would imagine there's probably going to be a chance that some of the enemies are immune to things like sleep. Yeah, the scorpions were pretty hard before when I was fighting them without that weapon upgrade. A lot of times I would honestly use hurt 2 times on them. Okay. Now, you probably noticed there was a path, a narrow path with trees going to the left. And that is a place we will come back to, but I'm not going to go there yet. Nice. 24. Let's look on the other side of the desert over here. Okay, that was good enough. A little patch of trees, like an oasis there. And there's a cave down here, but it's across a poisonous swamp. Okay, skeletons. These guys are a little tougher, if I remember right, but at this point I should be fine. Because I have the better armor and weapon. Ooh. Yeah, not a pushover, still. Let's see how much he's worth. $11 experience, 27 gold. Oh, not bad. Bring a lot of resources. So yeah. We could go over to that cave, but it'd be across the poisonous swamp area there. And I don't think there's anything farther south. Yeah. So, past that cave, we're down to the ocean there. We can see there is more land farther south, but you gotta find another way to get over there. Even though the enemies are going to be weaker, I'm going to go back over to the other area and just explore around that and show what's there. And I'm just going to kind of work my way back over. Okay, so here's the southern part of this part. There is another... Okay, well, the red slimes are running away. There's another poison swamp here, but I think it just goes to that desert and there's nothing there, so I'm not going to take the damage by going across that. And I accidentally walked into it anyway. Okay, so this is that path up above there that I was saying we could have gone through. Because I think otherwise I'm blocked from getting up there by mountains in this area. So that's the only way to access that part of the map. I'm pretty sure there is actually something up there. Hey, the Drakies are running away too. Okay. Yeah, the mountains block that off. Oh, okay, this actually connects. So you could go through to that other part by going through the poisonous swamp, I guess. Don't really know why you do that when you can use the bridge. I suppose if you're exploring and didn't see that. Alright, 98 experience to another level. Actually gonna stop back at the castle here and restore my MP after I heal. Then we'll head back over to that other bridge where I was leveling up before. And maybe just go a little farther in there. To the south. Because that's gonna be my next overall destination, is gonna be over that way anyway. Pretty sure 40 is my maximum HP. Yeah. Yeah, this really isn't a very long game. I think I've probably already accessed about half of the towns. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm like halfway done or anything. Certainly not, but maybe a quarter. I don't remember well enough really to gauge that exactly though. Okay, so back over here, I think we'll run into the same enemies down here, at least for a little while. Yeah, I think you can run into those skeletons over here too, but I just never had while I was working on leveling up. Ghost dodge? Yeah, over here is blocked by mountains. And there's mountains blocking that way, so you have to go over here. Oh, still the same enemies. Nice hit. 31, yeah. Go around that swamp. Go ahead and heal up a little bit. This is actually getting to that cave that we could see from the first area. Okay, we do have new enemies here. A druid. I'm not going to go farther in here. I was just stepping off of the stairs so I could go back onto him. Didn't know I'd get into a fight that quickly. Okay, we beat the druid. How much is he worth? 7 and 12. Not as good as the skeleton, I don't think. And I get into another fight. Yeah, and I guess I kind of wasn't really thinking the fact that I don't need to step off the stairs and step back on them to make that work in this game. It's just kind of ingrained in me that that's usually the way they work in these games. Regular slime? I suppose because it's on the same enemy group as the first area, maybe. Yeah, you can go farther down south here, too. Still same enemies. Yeah, so beginning of the game, there's nothing stopping you from coming all the way down here. I'm gonna run away if I'm getting to the point where I'm fighting different enemies down here. And there's another bridge going farther left there. I might have been able to take on that gold man, but I don't want to accidentally just get wiped out because I took too much of a risk. I thought it was going to be one of those things where I'd have to probably get closer to that bridge or cross it before I ran into different enemies. I think the gold man might be one of the ones that's the type of enemy that's like worth a lot of money or something, but I would be critical of whether or not I had the resources to be able to take him out, though. Okay, so we're back to over here by the bridge. I think we're going to go ahead and call it there for today. But what I'm going to do is I am going to do more grinding for gold off screen. Because I want to get... I think the shield's like 800. And I'll probably try to get another 1,000 to get that half plate armor. So 1,800 total. Plus I guess they'll sell my current equipment for a little bit, but... yeah, so I'll try to save up and get to 1,800 here. And I won't go and buy it until we start the next part of the playthrough here. And then we'll go back to that cave and go through there. I think there's some treasure I can find in there if I remember right. I don't think like it's story progression wise, but it's kind of like a side quest almost. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.